So we got NAOYA, the monster INOUE versus NONITO, the Filipino Flash. DONAIRE is going down this Thursday, not Friday or Saturday, this Thursday. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to Real Life Boxing!
Blessed love and blessed day, oh boxing world, boxing nation, fighting world, fighting nation. It's Coach Fire and this is Real Life Boxing, man. NAOYA, the monster INOUE versus NONITO, the Filipino Flash, DONAIRE, this Thursday, 2 days from now, well, actually tomorrow. Today is Wednesday. It's going down. I'm gonna give you guys a little fight breakdown and just my thoughts about the fight. Before we get into it, I'm gonna ask you guys to smash on that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified when new content is being uploaded, and you can be notified when we are going live here at Real Life Boxing. Let's get into it. NAOYA INOUE. First of all, I want to tell my loyal subscribers that I do apologize for not being as active on the job. I was I'm doing this hands-on work right now, and as we finish up, as we come to the end of the project, start doing some of the finished work, it's not as dirty in here as it once was. So I could do some videos now. You feel me? Plumbers just got here, so let me just check with them and get back to y'all real quick. All right, man, we back. So we just can't be dirtying up the YouTube equipment and whatnot. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, as we come down to the end of the job, it's not as dirty and stuff. We're doing some finished work. I'm rolling some paint on these boards right now. So let's talk about NONITO DONAIRE versus NAOYA, the monster INOUE. First of all, this should be a great fight. I don't show my son too many like modern day boxers, but NAOYA INOUE is one of the fighters that I show him. All right. I also show him Devin Haney for the great relentless use of his jab. Okay, but NAOYA INOUE is one of the fighters, one of the modern day fighters that I do show my son, because this guy has a phenomenal skill set and he's a monster puncher. All right. NONITO DONAIRE has always been one of my favorite fighters. When he was younger, I just always really liked NONITO DONAIRE. I love how he came off as a person. So just always been a fan of NONITO DONAIRE. Now, NAOYA INOUE definitely has the youth on his side. Of course, NONITO DONAIRE is, you know, more than likely on his way out the door. He's put in his rounds, you know what I'm saying? He's put in his years. Great fighter. Now, what makes this fight really interesting is that they're really similar, you know what I'm saying, in their abilities, not necessarily in their fighting styles, even though their fighting styles are not similar, but they do a lot of the same things. All right. Both very hard punchers. Both can counter punch. Both like to set traps. Okay. Setting traps is something that I've been working with my son and my students on. Even though they're just amateurs, I feel like stuff like that, you know, a lot of amateur coaches may not teach stuff like that, but I feel like stuff like that can take your fighters a long way in just upgrading their IQ. You know what I'm saying? So I've been working with my kids recently on setting traps, and NONITO DONAIRE and NAOYA INOUE, they both set traps. All right. And what I mean by setting the trap is what I mean by setting the trap is doing something to get your opponent to do something so that you can counter that. You know what I mean? Countering the counter, setting the trap, doing something to get your you know, say you have counter punchers that like to counter a jab. Feinting a jab to get the counter puncher to counter the jab, and then you counter his counter. Stuff like that. This just setting traps. You know what I'm saying? Both guys are really good at setting traps. I would say Inoue has a better jab. Well, uses his jab. Nonito Donaire, he really uses his jab to set traps. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Inoue, he's got a real power jab. You know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to come through your head with his jab and then come with something else. So I would say that Inoue has the better jab. They both throw good hooks. I'd say that Inoue is a better body puncher than Nonito Donaire. Even though Nonito Donaire does go to the body, I think that Inoue is a better body puncher. Like Inoue goes to the body religiously. You know what I'm saying? Left hook to the body. So they both have very good power. But I will say that Inoue was more calculated with his Inoue throws tighter punches. I think Nonito Donaire opens up a lot, throws like wide hooks and stuff, whereas Inoue is just very tight and very calculated with his punches. So where the punching edge goes, I'd give to Inoue. But like I said, they both have really good power. Inoue is, I guess people will call him like a flat-footed fighter because he doesn't bounce around a lot. But he's a very, very, very good controller of distance. Like he does that quick step back. He'll step in and do that quick step back. He can get in and out of range really fast and really quick. He controls distance really well. That's another thing that I like about his punching. Some guys, when they hit you with you know what I'm saying, they hit you with a few hard punches and then they find themselves on the inside. This is another thing that I'm working with my son on right now because my son is rangy and I want him to learn to just, my son, for whatever reason, he loves to be on the inside, which is the apple don't fall from the tree because when I was fighting, I love to be on the inside. And Coach Kill from Kills Corner used to always tell me, man, box, use your legs, bounce around. But for some reason, he was just like, you just like to be on the inside. I find that to be the same thing with my son, but he's a rangy, he's got really good range. So I'm trying to teach him to keep his distance and let go your punches right there. A nice combination right at distance. He wants a bang, 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 and then he steps inside so he can do some inside work where he doesn't really need to. He can keep everything right here. Bow, bow. He can keep everything right. He can keep everything right on center. So I'm working with my son on that right now. So that's what I really like about Inoue. When he's punching, just really controls his distance and he really puts his body into his punches, man. Just like really, really, really strong puncher. But like I said, Nonito Donaire is also a really strong puncher. They're just two different types of punchers. But they are both defensively sound, you know, pretty defensively sound. And I look for this fight to be a really good fight. Youth, vigor versus experience. I'm gonna go with Inoue on this one, based on the fact that he's younger. I think that he's hungrier. Obviously, he's the fresher fighter. So I'm gonna go with Inoue for this fight. But I expect a very good fight from Nonito Donaire. And again, just like Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis, I would not be surprised if Nonito Donaire wins the fight. But I'm gonna go with NAOYA INOUE as my pick, and I'm gonna go with NAOYA INOUE by decision, not by stoppage. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if he stops Nonito Donaire, and I wouldn't be surprised if Nonito Donaire is able to beat NAOYA INOUE by stoppage or by decision. So this is a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Good fight. A lot of people probably gonna lean towards Inoue because he's a younger, fresher fighter. And he's just been a beast and a hell of a fighter so far in his career. Are they unifying? I'm not really sure if they're unifying. I think Nonito Donaire is the WBA regular champion, and Inoue is the full version of the WBA champion, also the IBF champion, I believe. On Thursday, November 7th, the Saitama Super Arena is expected to host capacity crowd, Japan's biggest combat sport. NAOYA INOUE, 18-0, 16 KOs. Since turning pro to the heat, won major titles, lightweight, super flyweight, and he's currently the IBF bantamweight title holder, and World Boxing Super Series. He'll become a unified WBA and IBF champion in the loaded division. All right, so he's the IBF and the regular WBA champion. I believe Nonito Donaire has the full version of the WBA title. If I'm wrong, you guys correct me. I know that they both have WBA straps, and I know that Inoue has the IBF. So I thought that Inoue might have been the full version of the champ, but maybe he's the regular title holder, and Nonito Donaire is the full version of the WBA. So if Inoue wins, he then becomes the full version of the WBA, unifying the title. So you guys tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section. Again, this fight is happening tomorrow on Thursday, November 7th, and it's going down on the Zone. It's not Friday, it's not Saturday, so you guys don't miss it. And tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section. Who wins the fight and how? It should be a great fight. Until then, keep fighting your fight. Protect yourself at all times. Jab, jab. So if you like this video and you would like to see more great content like this on the channel, go to the PayPal link or the Cash App link in the description and show your appreciation by donating any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. This is Real Life Boxing.